When I talk to people and tell them about my background, I can see that they think that I'm scattered, that I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not sure where I want to be. After all, I have a PhD in physics, I'm a competitive gymnast, I do calisthenics, I play football all the time. So yeah, I can see the look in their eyes. I started playing soccer around 10, and growing up I wasn't really good at it. I didn't care about being the best at it very much, but I liked it. And at some point around high school time, I became really good at it really quick, and I wanted to become really good at it. But then I started my undergrad journey and I found out that I wanted to do physics. So the question was where to put my time. Do I put it in becoming really such a good football player? Do I put it in becoming the best at doing physics? That was not the end of the story. I was introduced to calisthenics around the same time. So where do I spend my time? Calisthenics and working out, in the field playing football, or doing physics and maths, being a science geek? I've battled with this for most of my undergrad. I always thought that to be the best at something, you need to focus on one thing and just do it. Keep at it, keep doing it. That never sat right with me. I never felt that I could give up the things that I really wanted to do. I did not want to stop doing. And then came the time of me applying to my PhD. This is really the decision. What should I do? Obviously, I decided to take it. I decided not to give up the things that I wanted to do. I'm not going to stop or give up what I wanted to do. You could say, well, yeah, you're not the best at them. I don't care about how I'm being viewed at this point. I'm caring about the urge to really want to do these things. So how did I navigate that? I tried multiple systems since I started thinking about this question. I'm gonna put this many hours for football, I'm gonna put this many hours for calisthenics, I'm gonna put this many hours to physics. That never really sat right with me either. Tried like having cycles, so I'm gonna do this for these 3 weeks, do that for the next 2 weeks, divide up the time like that so it's in cycles. That also didn't sit right with me. And then when I started thinking about it in a deeper sense, I figured out that time is really the bottleneck. If you had infinite time, in principle, you could be the best at everything you want to do. You do not have infinite time. I started using two very intriguing concepts. I've talked about one of them before, priming, and the other one is related to it, and it's called cross-domain application. So let's talk about priming first. Priming is when you do these simple things that you incorporate it in your daily routine. Put a background on your phone that says a quote that you want to have in mind all the time, and then it becomes part of your life whenever you're about to do something else. So let's say you want to get a better form in deadlift. The way you start carrying boxes and stuff, you just think slightly about your form and it just reinforces it every time you do it. That's called priming. You do things unconsciously or very bare minimum of consciousness, and it just becomes better and better as you go on. That's priming basically in a nutshell. And cross-domain application is basically understanding certain things through other unrelated things. Let me give you an example. So I would, let's say, analyze my calisthenics and gymnastics movements through physics, which help me use physical concepts and at the same time get a better understanding of a movement I'm trying to get to. That's cross-domain application. You use things that might seem on the surface unrelated, but it really helps you understand something else. Now the question is how to use something like exercising, which is the main example I want to use today. How to use something like exercising to develop in something that you want to be better at. Here's an example. Let's say you want to be good at public speaking. That needs some practice. At the same time, you want to still exercise. How about this? How about you make a speech, you say it to yourself in the mirror or to yourself while lifting about a gym exercise that you're really into, that you really like. You try to explain it, you'll find your failings because you will find questions that you would ask yourself you don't get. Why am I doing it like this? How could I do it better? What's the bottleneck for me here? Then you would find you understanding the exercise better. But here's the thing, you could say that I could do that with anything. It doesn't have to do with exercising. But here's the thing, exercising conditions your brain to handle tough situations. Managing multiple things at the same time is not an easy thing for the brain to do. The brain is constantly stressed, and I don't mean stressed in a bad way, but I mean that it's constantly active. And for exercising specifically, when you handle a high physical demand, you condition your brain to handle high mental demand as well. They go hand in hand. I wanted to put exercise in a way that it's really essential. The way you perceive things physically affect the way your brain deals with things as well. That's why priming works. The physical signals, the unconscious physical signals that you get really affect your brain. So what I want to leave you with, don't become complacent. Saying you can't be the best at all the things that you do is becoming complacent. The second thing is exercising is one of the best ways to condition your brain to handle mental stress, to be physically tough. Carries with it being mentally tough as well. If you stayed throughout the video, get these ideas, you believe there's some truth to them, please follow and I'll see you very soon.